November
good people?
24th.
Yes, it is.
Shima, what's up?
What's up? Yeah, we got
You
Shima.
with us, but not with us, Shima.
Yeah, we worked it out as best as we could.
I'm with you. Exactly. Episode
That's
42
dope,
today. We had the
man.
new
I love
curfew
technology.
in California. Exactly. I'm still here.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
California lockdown, curfews.
Man.
Be in the house by 10 p.m. You can't
You know,
be out before 5 a.m. Also, we have for the culture, Jeezy versus Gucci Man. The versus battle was epic. Also,
Oh, somebody said they can't hear anything.
this is all us. This is our generation. Will Smith and the Fresh Prince of BelAir reunion.
no sound.
Any of y'all
One
check that
second,
out?
y'all.
Hold on, hold on.
Sound.
No sound. Hold on. Bear with us. You can hear us now? Okay. Whatever just
Okay,
happened.
sure.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay,
Shonda
cool.
and Damien.
Yes,
Gracias.
thank y'all.
Okay,
Thank you.
you.
Gracias.
Always looking out.
Right, quick shout out, real quick. California curfew. That's what I was saying when y'all didn't hear me from the technical difficulties. We on lockdown again, y'all. Also, the Jeezy and Gucci Man versus battle was epic. It was for the culture. Also, from our time, this is our generation. The Fresh Prince of BelAir, Will Smith, and the reunion. Did any of y'all check it out?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Let's get right into it. How y'all feeling about this curfew, man?
I don't like
Man.
curfew. I don't like nothing. I don't like nobody telling me what I have to do. Nobody.
It's
Nobody.
a reminder of punishment. When you're a
Man,
child.
it is.
We all
punishment.
have to be in the house by what time? 10?
Yes.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Super
man.
ridiculous. I'm not feeling that at all. I feel like I'm 16. Man, when I was 16, I didn't have to be home at 10.
Yeah, it's actually something I'm thinking about because I think what is from 10 to 5.
Yes.
Man,
10 to 5.
it's
10 to 5, 10 to 6. I don't know. It's a curfew.
Right.
I don't remember. I never had a curfew, bro.
I don't think I'm obeying it this time.
Nah,
I'm not listening to it this time. I'm in the streets after
Hey,
10.
man, you on your own, bro.
Hey,
I don't know how that would contribute to controlling the numbers. I don't know. I know the scientists are, of course, well versed in this, but I don't see how that would basically stop anything. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have some people still throwing the underground, events.
you gonna push that line?
Yeah. I'm not listening this time, man. This is messing with my mental.
No.
You pushing the line?
No, no. That casualty of death with COVID is getting too close to home, way too close to home. So, I'm gonna listen.
Undeniably,
even
people
more.
are losing their lives. It's nothing to play with. So, with all due respect.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I'm just clowning. Y'all know I'm gonna be in the house. I ain't trying to get shot with a rubber bullet or nothing like that.
Yeah, a lot of the law enforcement agencies. Well, I can't say a lot of them. A few of them said that they're not really going to enforce that. So you can always have people that gonna do what they're gonna do.
Because it's too much. How can you enforce it? You could be trying to drop off your kid, or you could be coming from work like, I don't have my paperwork.
Yeah.
I think the
I
main
just
point
feel
is like
we
staying
just
up out of
need
those
to all
bars.
pitch in.
Yeah.
Well, they talking about shutting
pitch in so we
down.
can stop, so we can eventually get off of lockdown and have it stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
If
do
it'll-
agree with that. We do need to slow some things down
Speaking of
so
the
we can
bars.
get back to normal.
They shutting down even dining outside. Like I think this week.
Yes.
Well,
So
Yep,
now
starting
everything gonna be
Wednesday.
shut down.
number one, right? It's about to be cold anyway. So
Yeah,
it's about to be cold.
Hey,
It's about
I
to
was
be raining.
I was already wondering, like, okay, how are they going to enforce, this outside? Not enforce outside. Let me rewind. How are you going to eat outside when it's cold, man? Like,
Well, they have those heaters.
yeah, but
sometimes.
come on, man. That heater is like
Yeah,
You got to be right.
in the winter. I'm like, I need 2-3 heaters by me, man. That's not. What up, L? I don't know, man. It's crazy. And then the governor, he doing this thing. He got caught at a little event.
again.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, he keeps on. It's just like the people that are telling us not to be out after a certain
They not
time
taking
and have a
heed to
mask
it
on. They're not doing
themselves.
the same thing. So
Yeah.
it it makes it confusing. And then if you go all the way back to when this first started, every time new rules come out, man, it's very confusing for business owners. So they have some people that just spent, like you said, like hundreds of thousands of dollars getting set up to have their restaurants or their bars or whatever go outdoors. Mm-hmm. And right when they get everything up and running, shut it down. So
yeah,
I know it's for the better of everybody though. So like you said, it's getting out of control. So
it is.
Yeah, it is a funny time for business owners, man. You remember that incident we had over here?
Let's not even go into that, bro.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just
Did
think
you guys
that's
happen to see that no mask protest that happened this weekend?
Ooh.
No.
Oh yeah. Some people were protesting not even wearing masks. So
Where is this at?
that's deep. I think it was like in Beverly Hills.
Y'all keep it up. Hey man, we about to weed out some folks.
Yeah.
They about to weed out themselves. At first I was.
No one wants to see like a loved one die, and honestly, that's probably.
I think eventually we will have I think there's gonna be a time when you're gonna have people that's not able to wear the mask,
right.
but they're gonna have to get the vaccination. That's gonna be how they're gonna tell us apart from who's
first of all
vaccinated and who's not.
I totally agree with you. I think that vaccination is going to be very crucial to everything that is official. Like if you work for the city, the state, any like police, law enforcement, things like that are like.
Hey, shout out to Damon. Yeah, Feds need to throw more money
at
small
Damon.
businesses. Yeah, because we the small business. Throw a whole lot our way, player.
Yes, because this is tough, man.
It is.
Tough.
Let me, segue into small business owners. I would like to, give a shout out to House of Vibes. They got a smoothie bar. Hey man, their strawberry shortcake, their pumpkin spice, and their tea is bomb.
Shout out to, what was the name again, Jay?
House of Vibes.
And I'll put the link in the description later on.
Quesadilla Mia. They got some bomb quesadillas. Don't forget to check them out.
Yes.
And to my sis, I got it. What's the name of it again? It's. Let me get that for y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna say the name wrong. While he's shouting that
out, let me just go ahead and say shout out to Pure Image Apothecary, Rose Water, pure organic ingredients. Also for the lady parts, she has the good coochie oil.
Wait a minute, Shima. Yeah. Shima, can you show us?
What?
Put it to the
good coochie oil. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Hey, I feel like that part of
turn it a little bit so we can see the label.
Hey, what movie was that? We said, now you have my attention.
Turn it a little bit. Push it.
But that caught me off guard. Shit, man, you crazy.
The what?
Bro, what are you talking about?
Hey, what that button?
They got oil that fixed it?
So there you go. That's for the,
Hey.
Thank you, Shima. Turn it a little bit more the other way.
Oh, what two? Right. Ohio went into the same lockdown last Thursday.
Make that that bathtub pop, y'all. You know what I mean?
There we go. And it's called Veeden Bloom. Veeden Bloom.
Yeah.
That man. My sis is making some hell of a flower arrangements. They are beautiful. Go ahead and check all these.
Ooh.
That link will be in the description.
I'm gonna definitely post that. Send that to me so I can post it. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead, you guys, and check out all this for us, please.
Coochie. David said they selling coochie juice.
Hey, they sell coochie juice, y'all.
Hey, I don't know what that's about.
Hey, what's that saying today?
Hey, I can't say it. It
feel like some up in this. Right. Yeah. All right.
So moving on.
Moving on.
Versus.
Moving right along.
Gucci Mane and Jeezy.
Man,
how y'all feeling about that?
Hey, man.
Was that smart?
Honestly, we got to break this down. Now
explain the backstory.
Break it down.
Well, I don't want to get too far in the backstory. They just had some situations, right? Period, point blank. If you know about Gucci Mane and Jeezy, you just know. It ain't rocket science. They didn't get along. Gucci Mane, shot and killed one of Jeezy homeboys that ran up in his house. So now, 20 years later, these cats, decided to do a versus battle together.
Yeah.
And it got a little hot. Most of the public was like, they shouldn't do this. I even agree. I was like, this is
it was
bad.
a very bad idea.
You know,
I don't agree with it at all.
And when they had the verses, Gucci was popping off. Like, you can just tell his energy from when he got on the stage from Rip that it looked like it wasn't a good situation. And he just kept on capping, you know, like small little jabs at Jeezy, you know, and then he played this is a very nice song, Truth. It's very crack. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, do you think he should have played that? You know? But Gucci was like, I'm not getting on this verses unless I'm playing this song. I could perform my song.
But you can't play the song.
But
they
talks about you killing his homie.
You
can't.
But that's a two-way street.
But at the same time, they shouldn't have been doing it in the first place.
That's a two-way street.
It's
You
like
know
they
why?
both.
Because number one, in order for me to kill somebody that's in my house trying to kill me, they got to be trying to come to kill me. You know what I mean?
An eye for an eye. So I give you that.
I think it was bad on Jeezy part first, because he's the one that, and he's been initiating all the dumb shit. Seemed like he initiated somebody going to his house robbing him.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, allegedly.
We don't know that.
Allegedly.
We don't know none of that.
Boy.
Allegedly. Then you initiating the dumbass versus battle. You know what I'm saying? And expecting him to be cool. Like, man, you sent somebody after me, supposedly. Allegedly, you sent someone after me. How am I supposed to feel about that? I don't know why he started it. I don't know why he accepted it. I wouldn't have been cool with it. It's just a bad idea.
Let's pause on that real quick. I just have a quick question. If they can't come together, right, even if you did something 15, 20 years ago, whatever, right, how do you, being a grown person, heal from something and basically, like, move on from something that happened?
You shouldn't do it in the versus battle.
But wait a minute, they're both alive and thriving. And I think, for instance, the culture may need to see something come together, because it's a lot of people out here dying right now, today. You know?
Exactly.
So because of the fact that they're alive and thriving in their careers, I think this is a perfect time for them to come and meet in the middle.
I agree with that.
I agree with that too, but I think there's a better way to do things for our culture. They could have sat down in a room and they could have got interviewed just discussing things man to man. That would have been good for the culture too. Not no versus battle.
You know
where
what?
you playing the music.
I mean, but there is no right or wrong to the situation. You know, go ahead, Shima.
I said maybe the world needs to see that. You know, oftentimes we do stuff in the dark. And then, like, that was needed, I think, for the culture, especially for these young people out here. Like, people are losing their lives, like, every day. Every week we've been saying RIP to a rapper or something, you know?
Yeah.
Right. We just talked about last week, all of the rappers dying. And
so this is...
Larry brought up a good point, too. I was saying that Gucci showed up. He just showed too much disrespect. And I think that's something that a lot of people feel that way, and I feel what you're saying, but I also think that whatever they had, because they had to agree to all that. They had to sit down and say, I'm going to let you, say whatever.
The playlist was already...
that was already predetermined.
That's what you said.
So all I'm saying is this, like, whatever they agreed to, I think the optics of it at the end of the day, like, they squashed something that was so serious, like, people's lives was getting put in jeopardy to this day. You know what I'm saying? Behind that. So the fact that whatever terms that could be like, that's the technicalities of it. And it was disrespectful, but at least they got through it. Nobody, because I was looking at it like, man, somebody.
But I feel like Gucci actually is, okay, I feel like he shouldn't agree to do it. However, he did. All right. So the disrespect though, I mean, rightfully so. Man, you sent somebody after me, supposedly. I mean, nigga, we ain't never cool.
Right.
We ain't never cool. I ain't rapping with you. Ain't no battle. Ain't none of that. Nigga, you send somebody after me and I'll do it again if you do it again.
So look, imagine that energy you got, and then you can come together and still, get that off, but y'all cool. That's all I look at the end of the day.
Never cool.
A lot of people feel that way. So what would it take for you to sit down with somebody?
Sometimes you gotta be the bigger man,
Bro, you
like
said
we had a situation in here, right? Where it's times where, especially in here, and you got to think, like, if the situation would have went different, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It could have jeopardized his whole barbershop.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta do bigger for just you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's more than just
Right.
you. It gotta be for everybody.
Man.
That's a bar for life though. So I
Facts.
totally agree with the initial optics of it. Is like, dude, that's too much disrespect. Considering what happened.
I'm not doubting that.
But you got to keep in mind, man. Like, I think at one point they said, like, man, for us to even be in the same room is a big deal, because it was a time where that wasn't even possible. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
Hey, if beef is being squashed, it's being squashed, I guess.
Go ahead, Shima. Can you get a little
all
more
those are
closer
good
to the mic?
points. Okay, all those are good points, and I just want to add also that when we talked about a few weeks ago the street code of ethics, and then there's like a regular, code of ethics or whatever. I'm not from the streets. I don't know that life or whatever, but I did hear Gucci mention that basically, like, if he couldn't bring the streets, which is his rap, that's representing his music or whatever, then he couldn't come at all. And that's how he comes. So, how can he come, opposite of what he is? So
That is a fact. I mean, look.
At the end of the day, they did it and nobody got hurt, right?
Silver lining is they finally came
So are
together.
they really cool though?
That's right.
Like,
We don't know.
Man,
any back news on that now?
Cool is they didn't say they was friends. They just
Yeah.
said they squashed their beef.
Yeah, I
So
ain't,
that's
I ain't
cool.
hunting for you.
So I ain't
hunting
gotta come to your baby shower and
Can you put
Right.
this next post up that Damon put?
Right.
Damon says the question is what's being real? Keeping that negative energy or acting positive for the public, Hey, sometimes
I would just like to see our beefs and different things get squashed in a more dignified manner sometimes, though. Like,
we got to learn that, though. This is learned behavior.
like we can, the way, well, that's a little off topic, but there's just better ways to come together and squash beef. You know what I'm saying?
True, but we just, like I said, this wasn't good or a bad way to do it. But
it
was
squashed
done.
it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
squashed.
Just squashed it.
yeah, it's like we in uncharted territory. How many times do you have two individuals that actively try to kill each other at some point? Allegedly,
just
allegedly come together and put their differences aside
just
for whatever
imagine,
reason.
What if this saves one more other beef, right? And they,
Exactly.
two individuals, even if it's just one, that's amazing.
If it's
and two cats be like, you know what, rap beef, we're gonna squash it like Jeezy and Gucci.
Right.
Right.
Hell,
Remember when
they
the Crips and the
didn't-
Bloods after the riots had the truce? You know what I mean?
And I don't.
They had the truce before, so I remember watching that at Magic Johnson Park
Yeah, I get
back
you.
in the day.
Hey, somebody says you think
expect-
50 and Ja Rule.
La said that. Yeah.
Nah.
I want to go back to. So look, it was an interesting little in the shop. You ask certain people that's older, they feel like Jeezy won. He was the bigger man, etc. The younger, because Jeezy fans for whatever reason seem to be a little bit more older.
Established,
Gucci.
yeah.
I think because of when Gucci's career took off, like he's still dropping hits and Jeezy kind of like is semi-retired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they felt like Gucci Man, destroyed him. Like he won hands down. Like he just
Because of the disrespect.
Because of the disrespect level.
Oh, shit. Oh, my bad.
So, and I was thinking back. You remember when Tupac and Biggie got into it, and we was just like, damn, Pac just took off on Biggie on that song. It was like they look at the disrespect as a victory lap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
So
why
I
these little
understand
young
that.
Cats are so damn disrespectful.
So I'm just saying what somebody in the comments said, we expecting too much from street dudes. And I said, yeah, they
Right.
not going to really look at that and say, yeah, let's squash our beef and put down the guns and sing Kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
it's kind of a good message, but people, it's on. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is for a lot of people.
Right.
But
Right.
Well, it got squashed.
I can't fault nobody for trying and trying to
Exactly.
do better.
You
Because
know.
the alternative is you just keep this shit going. And
And what's that gonna lead to? More killing? We don't need that. It's
At all.
It's
At
already
all.
bad enough. We hear
No more
about stuff,
killing.
in the news too much, bro. So shout out to Jeezy and Gucci.
Shout out.
For the
Big shout
verses. I heard not heard. I saw that they hit a record of
culture,
5.5 million
Is that-
viewers.
That's the most?
that was
That's
dope.
that big.
That was the most.
I watched. You know what I'm saying?
Man, did I watch? I was
Yeah.
vibing, bro.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know,
So
A lot of views and the beef got squashed.
yeah.
it,
solid.
they you know, yeah,
we
whatever you want to call it.
Stay right there.
You know, so that's good.
But what's moving on to the
Moving on.
What we talking about?
West
Prince.
Philadelphia.
Did y'all see that? Born and raised.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yes.
Greatest show.
Definitely top 5 in my opinion.
That came on in the 1990?
Yes,
Bro.
I rank it at number 2 for me.
What's number 1?
Martin.
Oh, yeah,
say
absolutely. I just
that,
wanted to
man.
make sure.
There's nothing
Hey,
watching.
man. Well, hey, the Fresh Prince of BelAir, like we literally grew up, like,
We grew
in
up
the
on
image.
that.
We can see that,
Yeah.
you know, and stuff. Like, you know,
So
he had all
funny.
the fly gear, you know, and
And what I love about him in that is that, see, Martin's show was a little bit more raw. Fresh Prince, you know, Will was able to make us laugh a lot within a more family.
but it was like,
You know, it was clean.
but it was him growing up, and it was everybody growing up,
Right.
So you just saw a lot.
Nobody who had more drip.
Man,
When he threw the coat inside out at the private school.
yeah, that was
Stop
hard.
it.
Or when you want the cummerbund up here.
Hey, Will used to be drippy.
Yeah, I definitely recommend everybody go check out the reunion if you can.
Yeah, Ashley Banks is still fire,
Fire.
David.
Ashley
Hey,
Banks.
hey, man, me and David got a
Hillary.
little powwow about Hillary Banks. You know, little
Too
later.
much Scratch said he teared up watching it. It was kind of emotional when they went over because Uncle Phil wasn't there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, that
Yeah.
was real emotional.
Yeah. Uncle Phil.
He said Fresh Prince talked a lot about how they had all the new stuff before it came out.
Right,
Yeah,
the
you're
Jordans
right.
and stuff, a lot of
Yeah,
exclusive
yeah.
shoes.
Yeah, he did.
had
Which
to.
was
and
very
shout
smart.
out to both aunties. They had both aunties.
Yeah.
on
Yeah, he
there,
did.
so
Hey, shout out to both
Both aunties.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
I'm glad that
Jeffrey.
she was able to come back.
Yeah.
You know, that was pretty dope.
What up, Bijon? Bijon.
Jazz.
Fresh Prince had all the drip. I agree.
It was so good. Definitely needed to clear up Aunt Viv's situation. The world needed to see that.
Yeah.
Example of
So
communication
that-
and
yeah.
That was
accountability.
good.
That was
yes,
a good
you're
part. You saw
absolutely
that part?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I seen a clip of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, they basically sat down with the original Vivian.
Yeah.
And she sat down one-on-one with Will at first, and they kind of squashed their beef. They really haven't talked, they said, in 30 years.
Man.
That's
And they've been,
crazy.
and she kind of like, you know, let him know, hey, I was going through some stuff, because Will was like 21 at the time.
Yeah, he was young. And
So he was young.
That's that emotional intelligence,
Yeah, and he
bro.
was running shit.
He was running stuff,
He was
wasn't
executive.
and it really came down to he wasn't feeling her energy, and him being who he was, and her going through some stuff privately. She said she was pregnant, had a bad marriage, and he wasn't feeling the energy. So
Right. He might have
Let
been
me
not really knowing the full scope
Let
of
me sidebar right quick.
Yeah.
what he was doing.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we have so many situations in the streets, because people aren't mature enough to develop emotional intelligence. But go
Right.
ahead, let's get back
Yeah.
on Fresh Prince. My bad.
Yeah, so
But that's
So-
why I'm glad you said that, Jason, because I think that's like another example of healing. And we
Yes.
just talked
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
with the versus battle, but that's just on the spectrum. That's the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
Yeah.
see all of that.
Yes,
That's
we
good
do.
to see.
and it's one part it got really real for those of you that watched it. She looked him in the eye and she was like,
This nigga Damon is so funny.
she said, wait a minute.
Speaking of beefs, dark skin Aunt Viv and Will squashed because of the verses. Shut up,
Yeah.
David. David is so funny.
Hey, ooh, see, dang, he gonna start a whole nother conversation. He
But
always
see,
doing
that did
it.
address the
That-
elephant in
that's-
the room, because she told him, you know how hard it is for you to say that I'm a black woman
Right.
and I'm hard to work with. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Black women are a lot
I
of
mean, if
times
you
been
really wanna
labeled
know
as
the
angry
truth, that's
black
what I
women
feel it
and a
was.
whole lot of other tags, you know, and labels, you know.
She
So
said that
that's
was the
just-
kiss of death.
Yeah, I
Right,
do feel like it
exactly.
might have came down to image sometimes.
Possibly.
You know, she
Possibly.
didn't fit the part, which I think is some BS. Because first of all, you should never change nobody.
We don't know that's what it was though. We putting
Yeah, with Damon's ass always got some comment.
You
That
got
is the kiss of death.
Sometimes you just got to take Damon's jokes
Hey,
and,
that's what we
just
here
take them,
for.
because Damon is a funny dude. You know,
Yeah.
I love Damon. I you know,
Look,
yeah.
he got too much crutch on his side. Niggas,
Yeah.
y'all crazy, man.
Oh,
Anyway,
my God.
What'd he say? She was difficult to work with. Yeah, and that's the
That's
sentence.
what they said, but we don't know that. You know, we don't know. She
well,
was
based
difficult.
off how they
No,
both
I'm talking about
acted
like
out-
if you watch the reunion, they kind of confirmed
tap
that
into
part
that?
of it,
Oh,
because
okay.
she
My
said
bad.
she told Will, "Hey, you pretty much labeled me difficult to work with, and destroy my career. Bijan said she wanted to be the star. I don't know how you think you could be the star of the Fresh Prince of BelAir and you're not the Fresh Prince.
Right.
I mean, you can tell
Not
how
the
she
Fresh
played
Prince.
Vivian versus the other woman who played her. That she's a
Hey,
lot
she
more
was
stronger.
She was very strong. Go
very
ahead, Shima.
stronger
My
woman.
bad.
No, I was saying that it's just basically good to see the dynamics of like their relationship, because for years I wondered what did happen to her. You know, you don't see it. You hear people get black labeled all the time. You don't see them; they just disappear
Right.
from TV, from network TV, movies. She
Right,
was
right.
basically gone. You know. So
Right.
to
Right,
hear from
right,
her
right.
and see that it was something that was said, it just goes to show you something is said behind the scenes can basically affect your whole career. So,
Right.
I'm glad they got that out there.
And even though 30 years later, I'm like, man, my career over with. But good,
Right.
we, have some
Hopefully she
closure,
can make
I
some
guess.
money off of this,
Right.
Yeah, they
I
are.
mean, she's still making money because
Yeah.
them residual
She got some of
checks.
the best, and she's part of some of the best episodes.
Yeah, man. Hey, remember when he came into the barber shop? It's like, remember when that Vivian's going like this?
Hey,
I was like, this
Right.
dude.
Hey, everybody know that part with Aunt Viv. Come on, man, the dark one. When she when she went back to dance,
She
Yeah.
could dance though.
and she got back in
Hey,
shape
man,
and
when
showed
you
them
did
girls
that
what's
in
up.
the barbershop, bro, I was like,
And she did that move when her hands was like that, man. That's the funniest shit I ever seen.
That's so
I hope
funny.
y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, but that was hilarious. Shout out to the
Yeah, shout out to her
Vivians of the
other,
world.
craft, being a trained dancer too. So
yeah, hey, man.
It showed.
she's a.
Yeah, it did show. I never thought about that. Yeah, she actually.
And you guys don't forget to support the arts, just like you support small businesses, barbershops, and hair salons.
Yes,
all kind of
definitely
other stuff,
support.
whatever.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with Alvin Ailey, but we usually check them out every, it's the season or whatever coming up. We usually check them out. And I don't know what's going on right now because of COVID, but a lot of that stuff got canceled. So check them out. Give a donation or whatever. However, you can support a small business.
What Shima said, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alfonso was the only one that wasn't on there, if you noticed. Carlton.
It was on.
No, I mean when Vivian came on the set, the dark skinned Viv, he wasn't there.
I wonder
I
why.
didn't see that.
I think their issues might have been a little bit more deeper than everybody else. They might have. He probably wasn't as in a place yet where he could, sit down with her. Who knows?
Yeah.
But he stepped out to the side when she came on the set. Hey, the house looked dope, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like seeing that house in HD, it
Yeah.
looked so much bigger, and I was like, wow.
They had a contest
Yeah.
for that, right? To stay in the house. Didn't they have a contest to stay there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I would like to go.
Oh
check
no,
out
yeah,
house.
that was like an Airbnb or something. That wasn't the same house, but it was a house that looked like the Fresh Prince of BelAir house. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Also, y'all, before we
Man.
get, Oh, go ahead.
The time is ticking. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you guys checked out Between the World and Me. I forgot the artist, but he had a book, and now he has a little show, a little movie on HBO. Whoa.
We gotta go.
We
y'all.
live.
Yeah, we live.
And I
We
wanna
got
say-
customers
Ready to
already
get these
coming,
haircuts.
y'all.
We got people at the door.
Yeah,
And I wanna
but
take
go
this
check out
opportunity
Between.
to shameless plug for myself. My products are dropping soon. Edge Control, shampoo, conditioner, whatever. Our Beauty Equilibrium, the Honey Nut and Cocoa line.
That's what I'm
okay.
talking
I
about.
thought
Y'all to
that was
check
some more
out or
Gucci
whatever. Yeah, so no.
I love that.
the wax stick.
I love that she
Got
is
the
with
hair
us, but not
mask.
with us.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, y'all.
Have a great
Oh
one.
man, thank
All
y'all.
right, out.
Have a good one. Thanks for watching.
Waking to the ground. Kick it up.